Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's watch list preview. It's going to be a pretty short watch list, or a pretty short video. I scanned for a few hours last night and just couldn't find much that I liked. I did my normal inside week, and a lot of stuff looked like it's set to maybe come back to the downside. I don't really want to put those on a watch list because those to me would be short, quick scalps because all the higher time frames are green. Um, I think one example was Amazon. I think Google was on there. The yearly, quarterly, monthly, they're all green, but the weekly was an inside down, almost breaking the previous week's low. So there's a good chance it's going to break the low, and I don't want to alert that since it's such a strong stock lately that it may just break the low and pop right back up. So I don't want to put that on the watch list. So I'm only putting things on here I'm comfortable with that I have confidence in that will work. So for that reason, there's only two on here. I tried inside, the potential 1-2 reversals, 2-2 reversals. There was just nothing there. So this is my watch list. It says Micron and Mgm. So let's take a look. We'll go with Micron. Start at the top of the list. If you look here on the yearly, it's not looking good on the year. It's not looking good on the quarter. Not looking good on the month. We're inside week, so I'm looking for a break to the downside. I know that the candle last week was green, but it was still inside, and it's just a really weak stock. So a break below 66.29 is your entry. And for targets, I had to go back pretty far. Go to the daily charts. We're looking at way back here in December, almost a year ago, for this target here of 65.14. Then we had this low here of 63.58. Then we had 62.61, 61.35, 59.65. And then the next one, there's a big gap here to fill. So the next one will be a gap fill at 58.19. So that's what I'm looking at here for Micron. Um, that's a pretty big, we're looking at a 10% drop to get down to that gap fill. But I put the targets there. Maybe we get there, maybe we don't, but you have multiple targets to move your stops to. MGM was the next one. If you look at the year, it's been really good on the year. Quarter's been really good. Month has been really good. And an inside week. Decent looking inside candle. Earnings on November 3rd, so we have a week and a half, 2 weeks before, probably about 2 weeks before we see earnings. So we don't have to worry about that for this week's. We may see a run up going into earnings. Actually looks like it already started to run up last week or 2 weeks ago, but may keep going closer to earnings. I believe I actually had this on my watch list this week here also. So we're looking for a break above 48.57. Now, for targets, since it's not an all-time high. If you go back to the yearly, we have $100.50 for an all-time high, but we don't really have anything. Let me try going further back on a quarterly. So I'm going back 10 years. I mean, 2007 was when it was the highs. If I go quarterly, 15-year quarterly, let's see what we have. Might be able to pick out a few more targets. So if we go quarterly, way back, we could see target right here at 62.94. Yeah, that's a pretty good. We're looking at a $14 jump to get to that target. The next one would be up here at 84.92, and then obviously the highs at $100.50. But what I would look for instead for targets, if we go down to the weekly again, I would look for the top of the broadening formation, which you see right here. You see we have 3 points where it touched. So it's a pretty good, I don't want to call it a trend line, I'll call it the top of the broadening formation. Next week's candle is going to be right about here, so the high is going to be right around 49.50, or not the high, but the top of the broadening formation is going to be right around 49.50. So I'd look at 49.50 for maybe an exit, or you could do, and I put it on the list here, further targets by broadening formation, EMAs, reverse on shorter time frame. Whatever you're comfortable with, you can come down to the 2 hour and you can say, okay, I'm going to look for a break below the 9 EMA on the 2 hour or the 4 hour or the 60 or whatever. Whatever EMA you're comfortable with, SMA, whatever you're comfortable with, use something so you have a definitive exit that's not going to put you in a loss. The other option is look for a reversal on a shorter time frame. You can look for a reversal on, let's just look at a 60-minute chart. 60s, I think 60 is going to be maybe too short of a time frame. But right here you had a reversal inside candle once you broke below. Reversal is just basically a break of the previous low, the previous candle's low. So this would be a reversal here when you broke below the low of this candle. This was a reversal here when you broke below this candle. This was a reversal, and I'm talking individually, because if you look at these as a whole, this isn't a reversal because it reversed back here. But if you just look at it, in individual candles, 2 candles, pairs, ignore all this because it's already, and it's not a reversal since it's already reversed. But this is a reversal right here. It broke below the inside, the low of the inside candle here. This is a reversal here when it broke the high of this candle. Reversal to the upside, reversal to the downside here when it broke this one. So you can use that for an exit. Whatever way you're comfortable with, you can use a trailing stop. Whatever you're comfortable with, just to make sure you stay in profit and don't lose money on it. So that's all I have for this week. Hopefully next week we have a much larger watch list to track, to keep an eye on. But again, I don't want to put anything out there that I'm not quite comfortable with, and I just wasn't comfortable with some of the setups I saw this week. So thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Bye.